Hi, I'm Aaron from Superior Singing Method, and in this video I want to talk about extending vocal range. Alright, let's talk about extending vocal range. At the end of this video I want to give you my favorite exercise on extending vocal range and talk a little bit about a concept that they use in professional sports that could also be applied to the voice and with that same exercise. But first let's talk about, in this whole extending vocal range thing, the most important thing with extending vocal range is developing a good mixed voice. A good mixed voice, because the problem with just hitting high notes is that without a mixed voice, a blend of your head voice and your chest voice, and kind of that pharyngeal kind of mid, that kind of brassy sound, a little bit of all that. Without that, you're basically just belting. And so let me just talk a little bit about belting versus your mix, because I hear belt a lot. Oh, I just want to belt out that note. I heard him belt out that note. And belting actually is, when you belt, you're actually trying to hit a high note with your chest voice, essentially, like hey, hey, you're trying to reach for it and hit it with that chest voice. And all belting is going to do is, you may or may not hit that note at that point, but it's just going to wear your voice out so fast, and it just doesn't sound very good. That's why developing a mix is the best way to extend your range. That's a whole nother video, but I do want to give you some exercise that are range extending exercise, but just put a bug in your ear just about mixed voice, and I do other videos on the mix. But so that's kind of belting versus mixed voice. Yeah, because with the belt you're pushing hard from chest voice, and that's not what mix is all about at all. Mix is, instead of the hey, it's like the hey, it's like nice and resonant, but you see it, I'm still totally, with belting it's like hey, it's like everything tenses up. But with your mix you can still get a nice loud sound. Hey, no tension, no like to hit notes. It's just hey, it's just up there. So anyway, that's kind of the little bit about high notes and belting and mixed voice. The exercise I want to get you, and the concept I want to talk about is, it's called plyometrics. Maybe you've heard this. It's like with runners and football players that run. I guess in almost every sport you're running. So a lot of the running exercises are just quick bursts of sprinting that helps the muscles get where they want to be really quickly, and then they stop and do it really quickly again. It's almost like a twitch going really fast. And same thing for weightlifters and basketball players that want to jump high. It's these quick bursts of jumps because it builds muscles in a way that well, let me just apply it to singing real quick. When you're singing up in those high notes, when you do the bursts, and I'm not talking about belting, that's why I want to talk a little bit about that first, but those little short bursts, those little staccato is, this exercise is going to do some staccato. So staccato is like, it's like little short bursts rather than legato. Legato is like staccato is like see, it's like little short bursts instead. So that we're going to apply that concept to the voice, and this actually really helps you extend your range to be able to do these short bursts. So the vowel sound I want you to do it on first is the consonant's an N and the vowel sound is an E, so it's a ni. And there's a reason I'm doing that. The N gives you something to launch off of, almost like a starting board for a swimmer that's jumping in, or a sprinter gets to push off that. I don't even know what it's called. I'm not a sprinter, but it's that kind of idea. So it's N, and you get something to bounce off of, and that N helps get a little compression in your vocal cords, because the problem with high notes and with a lot of singing is that you don't have good compression. Your vocal cords aren't gripping together very well. So the ni will help you get that compression you need, and then the E is a narrow vowel sound, and the narrow vowel sound will help you to get those notes better without your vocal cords blowing apart. Again, that's not what you want, is them blown apart, so stay together. So let's apply all of this to this exercise of extending vocal range. You do the knee exercise, and the knee you can do it on, you can start in the middle of your range but work up to the higher part of your range. And when I say the higher part of your range, I definitely don't mean strain for the really high notes. Here's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying if you just push your voice on those higher notes, eventually you'll be able to sing them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying these staccato notes will help you hit higher notes than you normally will be able to, because staccato, the short bursts are easier to hit higher notes than legato, and eventually it builds the muscle in those higher ranges to be able to eventually do it in legato. And singing is legato. Singing is that's all kind of legato. Staccato's which you don't sing like that, but it's a great exercise to help you to hit those notes, to build those muscles in your voice, to be able to hit those notes normally. So as you're going up, the exercise, basically any number of exercises like knee, 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 knee. So that's the exercise. Any scale will really work, but I want you to work it a little higher and a little higher in your range. But start knee, 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 and build up and work a little higher in your range. You can do it with the piano, with a guitar. You can just do it, as you're watching this video, or turn it off and just do it. Do da 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 da, nee, 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 nee. As you go up higher, and you just work a little higher and higher in your vocal range. Again, just go high enough to where it's in a comfortable range. Your singing should be like you're speaking. As much as you're relaxed as you're sitting there watching this video, and as much as my voice is relaxed as I'm talking, singing should be that same type of thing. You've heard speech level singing, and it's that I do believe in a lot of that you shouldn't be straining and all the tension and all that neck. You just don't want to do that. So that's the exercise, and so that's it for now. So that's extending vocal range. I want to encourage you, just because I always want to encourage my students, because there's a lot of self-doubt that comes in with being able to sing and a lot of the arts, and I just want to say that continue to work on it, but do work on it. Don't just say you're going to sing or just watch the videos and not do the work and the exercises, because it's the work and it's the exercise that actually makes you reach the goals that you want to reach. So anyway, that's it for now. Subscribe to the channel. I've got tons of free videos, on YouTube. I've also got, if you click the link below, I've got an 8-week systematic program that is for beginners, for intermediate, for advanced singers, and it's 8 weeks systematic. So it goes step by step, teaches you what you need to learn and when you need to learn it. Tons of exercises and techniques as well. And leave a comment too. A lot of the videos that I do because people ask for them in the comment, but just anything you want to say. I get a lot of silly comments even. Oh, I like your shirt, or whatever. You got a spot on your shirt. It's just fun to hear from you. So that's about it. I hope the video was helpful to you.